What's up, archers? Today we're going to review the Eva Shockey Gen 2 from Bowtech. This is the third of our comparables for short draw length bows. We tried to pick what we felt were the best performing three out there, and we're going to give you a comparison breakdown of each one. So without further ado, we've got the Gen 2. Brace height says it's 7 inches. Let's start with that. So it's like 6 and 15/16. So that's the closest one to actually being accurate of what they said on the ones we've tested, but it's still short. So all three are short. Axle to axle says 30. These are a little tricky. Pretty close. Maybe a 32nd shy, 16th shy. So pretty close, pretty accurate. IBO speed on this bow is supposed to be 323 feet per second at 28.5 inches. This bow is 85%, and we set it in performance because the fastest module available on the Matthews is what we tested, and the Eclipse doesn't have a choice, so we put it in its best performing position so we can get the most velocity out of it to test. Mast weight says 3.9 pounds. Let's see what we get here. So this is going 4.4. So it's a bit heavy of that. It does have a rest on it, and it does have an orbital dampener, which weighs a little bit, but overall I would say this bow is a tiny bit heavy of what they say. The other ones were right on and spot on. This bow is available in 23.5 to 28.5 on draw length, half-inch increments, and it's a pivoting module where the other ones are replaceable modules. So this guy right here and this guy right here, loosen. Take out the 3 screws, take out the 3 screws, rotate it to what you want, put the screws back in, and then change the draw stop. The performance and the comfort settings are also built into this bow. So if you want to change this from any available size other than poundage, it is built into the bow. It's available in a 30 to 40 pound, a 40 to 50 pound, or a 50 to 60 pound. For today's tests, we're going to set them just the same as the other ones, 25 inches, 50 pounds. Comparable test with a 250 grain RIP Extreme Velocity 400 and an 80 grain glue end point at 24 inches. So without further ado, I'll let you know what I think of this bow. Draw cycle's firm in performance, but still even. I don't feel a hump. It breaks off at the end. Where I'd say the Prima was probably the most gradual in the break off, but they're all really close. If you were to stack all three of these side by side and try them, I'm willing to think they're not going to feel all that different in that regard. But none of them have a hump, which is good. Yeah, I don't really feel any vibration. There's a little bit of surge when it goes off. You can feel a tiny bit of flex, kind of like the Prima, but a little less riser flex than I'd say the Prima, but there's definitely no vibration after the shot. Yeah, just overall, I'd say it feels really good. Let's give it one more here. Yeah, there's a little bit more aggressive breakover into the wall, but it's still what I would say is pretty mild. Yeah, real dead in the hand. Let's see how fast it is. All right, so once again, 50 pound bow, 25 inch draw length performance setting, 250 grain arrow, 80 grain glue and point, total weight's 250. That is a 5 grains per pound test on the Eva Shockey 2. Here we go, 25 inches. $273. $274. $274. So that's real consistent. So we're going to call that 274, which is, well, 4 feet slower than the Eclipse and 7 feet slower than the Prima. But this bow does have the highest brace height of the three, so by that philosophy, it should actually be the slowest of the three. But they're all pretty darn close in velocity, so I don't think one's jumping off the board. Really great design on this bow, really great overall feel. It is the heaviest of them. Does have the deadlock technology of being able to tune the cam system back and forth. So if you're really into ultra precision and really into tinkering with your own bow, this is an awesome bow for that regard. All in all, a good solid product. Definitely be one you'd want to compare. And if you check out our next video after this one, we will shoot all of them back to back and determine which one we feel is the best overall. Head on over to podiumarchery.com for all your archery needs. $99 and up is free shipping. If there's stuff you're looking for that you don't see, please let us know. If we can ship it, we will add it. Keep checking out our YouTube. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Keep us going. We're going to get you out 3 a week, and stay tuned for the next one where we compare these three side by side and tell you which one we think is best. Check it out.